Welcome, everybody. Welcome to this impromptu live stream. We're hoping to be able to answer a question. It's kind of ironic how the question started, but we're hoping to be able to answer this question before the stream is over. Are high-end collectibles becoming too pricey? You guys are more than welcome to answer the poll that's in the YouTube tab, as well as in the Facebook group as well. You guys can go there, answer the poll, and we'll try to answer this for you before the stream is over. I got Britton and Buck with me. What's going on, Britton?
Oh, I'm glad to be here. We could keep this short and sweet. Just say yes and end it there.
Oh wow, wow.
Shortest stream ever.
Well, under a minute. Buck, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, guys? It's been a while. Yeah, I think we are good. I'm here with my bud, Elon Musk, owner of Tesla. I was able to convince him to become my sponsor for like my statue purchases. So I'm not really gonna have the same kind of issues like average collectors are gonna have because I'm no longer average. I'm balling with Elon over here.
You just made the list. Oh no.
This guy, man. Oh man. Nah, dude. To jump right into it. What's going on, Luke? Appreciate you being here. To jump right into it, the question came about all from this character right here. Shout out to Edwin messaging me, by the way. That's funny. I knew that was going to happen. One person. Uh, this came about with the Spider-Man transformation from XM Studios, and there's a little controversy in the community as opposed to the price point of it. And a lot of people are saying, well, it's too pricey because on top of the price, we have to pay shipping. I so heartily disagree with that argument of it's too pricey. But I'm not actually basing my argument off of a number. Well, what's your take on it, Britton?
Well, I think it is starting to get too much because where do you draw the line for like the quarter scale pieces? Like, what's the incentive to get a quarter scale and not transition to 1/3 if they're the same price, other than just depending on what character's done? Especially when you know this one. I don't know. I guess there's a debate with materials. So, what materials are more expensive? So,
Hmm.
what's driving up the cost of this?
Yeah. Or is it just because it's XM? Is it just because it's XM? You see what I'm saying? XM is always pricey.
Is it because it's XM and a popular character, so they figure they're gonna nail people with this character?
How much is this again? 1,400.
Yep.
So like, I guess one question that comes to mind immediately is like, what's the size, right? And then in terms of execution, how hard will this be to paint for the factory? As far as paint goes, it's mostly black, rocky base, and I think the most complex thing on this, like in terms of paint, is the bell. But even that, there's like a process that can speed it up, right? I just don't see if the price makes sense, especially considering the Venom they put up a pre-order not too long ago. The size of that, the number of switch outs, and like the pricing on that, it feels weird when looking at this.
See, it's crazy because I put the poll also in the cash and now collecting community group, and Nathan Chafman asked a question. He says, "Does anyone dare answer no?" And my rebuttal is apparently because in the Facebook group, 84% said yes is too becoming too pricey, 16% said no. So 16% of people are basically saying, "Nah, the price is what the price is." Um, I kind of feel like to ask you a question, why are we basing this off of money, Buck? And I know that sounds dumb, but I'll get to my point in a tad bit. But why are we basing this answer off of money? As dumb as that may sound.
I think it's a matter of what you feel the value of the thing you're purchasing is. And like basically when you think about the fact that we've been conditioned to expect a certain price from like the companies, when they go above that price they've conditioned us for, like obviously there's going to be pushback. People don't expect quarter scale pieces to be this price from XM.
Right.
Not necessarily. Like there's just, I want to just kind of just not enough going on, I think, to warrant the pricing. The complexity comes out in like the tendrils, right? But otherwise it's like a dude just doing that on a bell with rocks, right?
Right. Right.
And it's mostly black in terms of like the costume for him and Venom. So it's just, I just don't see what's warranting like if we're to think about the value of the piece, what makes us think the what how we determine what the right price is for a statue, right, is based on how we feel. And like I'm saying, they've conditioned us to expect a certain price, and now this is over that price, and people are gonna look to justify it in certain ways. Maybe they'll look to the size and be like, okay, it's bigger than a normal quarter scale, right? But how much bigger is it than the Venom they've done? The Venom Arise.
Okay. So question. Based on what you've seen in 2022, how much is the average cost of a XM Studios quarter scale? Something that would kind of be as extravagant as this. Only thing I can think of is Kyle Rayner, personally.
I think that's even below 1 grand, right? Like just below it.
I think so. I think 969, if I'm not mistaken. I think.
Yeah, and that has a lot going on for it as well. But
Hmm.
that went up on PO like some time ago. If we look at a more recent piece, I keep going back to that Venom because it's like quite recent, and it's I
Yeah.
would say, I would venture to say, like with all the tendrils on that, with the base and Venom's size in itself, I feel like this should be around the same price as that, and that has multiple switch outs for like the portraits.
However, is it because they'll use the old? This is two characters.
I think that's the only reason why the price is inflated this much, because they're gonna say it's two characters. Honestly, otherwise
Okay.
it doesn't make sense to me.
Okay. Luke says, I know Hulk transformation was a few years ago, but that was 17.99 Singapore dollars. What's going on, Miguel? Uh, I, you know, I'm just under the impression of if you want something, you buy it. And if you don't want it, you simply don't buy it. So it goes back to another argument of I think when companies are making a piece such as a Spider-Man transformation, and again, guys, for those of you guys just coming in, we're not basing the show off of this piece, but this is what this argument or this question kind of came from of today in our personal group, as well as what I've seen in different Facebook groups and stuff. And I'm kind of thinking from a company standpoint, like if Sideshow makes a Hawk buck, they're only thinking about you buying that Incredible Hulk. They're not thinking about you buying Aquaman, Superman, Wonder Woman. They're not thinking about you having other things on PO. Like that's not their problem. Like the cost of milk has nothing to do with the cost of gasoline, for example. Like if we're trying to take it to like logical things, like they're not that's another company's problem, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
In an ideal situation as an adult, you'd only have one thing on PO anyway. I mean, it's your fault that you have 30 things on PO. Am I not lying? Is it Queen Studio's fault?
I hear what you're saying.
Oh, is this the argument that you were having before about, let's see, if it's the price, kind of, if you want it, you'll pay it?
I think so. I think if you want it, you will pay it.
Well, see, and I came in on the other side of that. So maybe if I want a Corvette, I can want that all day long. But it doesn't mean I'm going to pay like $80,000 for one.
You're right.
I mean, that could be my favorite car in the world, and that's the only car I ever want. And it's still, you know.
Oh, you set this up perfectly. In 2019, I actually bought a Corvette. In 2020, I bought a Camaro. I didn't need 2 sports cars. I simply did it because I wanted it. I simply did it because I wanted it. It
Okay,
was a
well,
dumb purchase, but it was a purchase that you wanted.
yeah, but I'm saying most people though have limits to what they're willing to spend on something.
Right.
Like even if they want it really really bad, you say that's still like outside my price range and I'm willing to wait.
Right. Right. So my question to everybody would be this. It looks like so far, based on the votes, we have 100% out of 9 votes in the YouTube channel saying yes, collectibles are becoming too pricey. Looks like in the Facebook group, the voting is 88% saying yes, 12% saying no. Now, I'm going to give you guys an argument that I've been saving. I've been saving this argument, right? So, Brenton, let me ask you a question. When you
Okay.
buy your Sideshow Collectibles or Iron Studios, where is it being shipped from exactly? Can you tell the people that for me, please?
Well, it's probably shipped from China.
But your receipt says California.
So yeah, what does shipping have to do with it necessarily?
Okay, so you're purchasing this item from Sideshow, this Nightcrawler, for
Okay.
example, this Spider-Man, this Carnage. You're able to go to San Diego Comic-Con and see that. You're able to go to New York Comic-Con and see that.
Mm-hmm.
The point is, that's on home soil. People are getting upset about an item that ain't even licensed in America. If you look at everything, all the American collectors are the one that are getting upset about this. The American collectors are the ones saying, "Oh, this is too pricey and shipping and shipping and shipping." You don't see my guy CFO over there complaining about the price, and it's licensed where they're at.
Well, that
We're complaining about something that we can't even get in the States.
I feel like that's unfair. I don't know a lot of people that live in Singapore, so I don't have the vibe of the community in Singapore.
Come on, man. We can't use that argument. Buck, help me out,
Well,
Buck. Help me out here, Buck.
I'll say this against you, Cash. It's like
What the
the
fuck?
in
Racist.
it's like your point to an extent is like, okay, yeah, it's licensed for over there, but
Right.
but when you compare it to the other products they are offering, right, it it starts that argument breaks apart, because when the other products they're offering are way cheaper than this, depending on what it is. I know Luke brought up an example. He said Hulk transformation,
Right. Hulk transformation.
right? And
Right.
okay, Hulk transformation, that's the same thing. And that brought an idea like to my head where it's like, honestly, they will charge you what they think you'll pay for it. They're not gonna charge you how much it costs for them to make it, right? And they will see how far they can go and charge as much as they can. So I think that is a big part of it as well. Because just like looking at this in terms of just like the amount of material there and the effort that I think will go into like producing it, the main difficulty I can see here is those tendrils, making sure they don't like break and they're not made out of something like fragile.
You're worried about shipping with XM?
Me,
Yeah.
it's not. I guess it's not necessarily just like shipping is like something that you might be concerned about, but I'm not necessarily concerned about shipping. We're just talking about pricing
Okay.
in general.
No, no, hey, we got to take it there. We have to take it there. So with that custom group that made this same thing that people were apparently trying to compare it to, that
Hmm.
custom statue is not comparable to this in any way. I don't even know why people was doing that. Oh, the custom is so much better. No, that custom is shit. All right,
Yeah,
that custom is shit. That has nothing on this. If you have it, I'm sorry, but I'm being blunt as I can possibly be during this stream. That custom is shit. I'm saying it. This XM Studio statue is killing that by far none. They're not even comparable. The other one isn't even a Venom. It's not a symbiote. I don't know what the hell it is. It's I don't even know why you would ship something like that. That's just dumb. This one here, I have no fear that this won't arrive intact. Like I have no fear, man. No fear.
no, 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 no. I have no fear about that. I just what I meant when I said that was that I think that's probably part of like the cost, the engineering for this to maybe like sorting that out. But even that's not enough to like drive the cost up that far. I just it's not big enough to be worth 1/3 price. That's what I'm saying. It's just not. And the paints, there's nothing. It's like there is some ambition here, but not so much that I would say it warrants the price. The base is kind of really simple. It's very basic, honestly. It's just it's executed well, but it's basic.
Chris Tron says, which custom have a picture? I'll see if I can find a picture for you, man. I'll see if I can find a picture for you.
So Buck, you're saying, I think we're kind of on the same page here of what in this statue justifies the cost.
I don't see it. I think the justification is simply they'll charge you what they can pay. They can charge you. And I think people are gonna buy this, and so I'm not even mad at it. I saw it. I thought it looked decent, the statue, and then I saw the price. And I'm like, yeah, that's not for me. But I know people will buy it because it's not even that much. They're gonna sell out of this. I feel.
Yep. This is gonna sell out 100%.
Especially
100%.
Nothing else like this in quarter scale that's licensed. Nothing. So, you know, and the early reaction from the community before the price came out was very favorable. People were like excited for this, so I think it's gonna sell.
Here, we're putting this up here just for Adam. That's funny I said that. Just for Chris, I mean, real quick. There you go. So I'm gonna share this for a couple of seconds. You know. So we're gonna sell it for a couple seconds. I'm saying this custom is not comparable to the XM. I just feel like it's two completely different designs.
You're doing this piece of favor by showing the render and not the actual product that was dog shit.
Hey, look, man. Look. Okay. The point that I'm ultimately trying to make is I just don't understand why people get upset about pricing, because if you look at everything behind each and every one of you, except for Buck, for some odd reason, every statue you have has a price. I mean, you paid it or you didn't pay it, or you waited for it to go on sale, or you got it in the aftermarket. Somebody was selling it $500 cheaper. Like, I don't feel like every statue like warrants the price tag. Yes, but like, you have to pay it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want something, what are you gonna do?
It's like, you go to the grocery store and milk is like $15. You're gonna go, wow, why is it $15? And if they tell you it's luxury milk, you're gonna say that's BS, right? Because there is an expectation for the price of milk. Doesn't matter how much you want milk. If you see a $15 gallon of like jug of milk, it's gonna say that's BS. Like, it's not gonna make sense to you, because they have set the expectation for the price point. We have come to like expect it to be a certain like price point, and so when we see this going beyond what we have as a frame of reference, meaning all the statues they've released in the past, and especially the statues they've released and put up for PO in recent history, this goes way outside that, because it's not much bigger. If you look at Maestro, you can go, wow, that is a massive statue. We don't really have anything that's that around that size, and like in terms of ambition and all the stuff going on. It's got so many different kind of paint schemes going on, metallics, different kind of costumes, the amount of work that would have gone into the sculpt, and it's gonna be big and massive. Like, the package that is gonna take, like, even like just packaging it, they're gonna need more packaging materials because it's going to be multiple boxes. Whatever reason, you can go, and you can even say we've never seen a quarter scale that size. We're not sure how much it should be, but this is it's within reason of what we've seen from XM before, in terms of just the size and like what's going on paint wise. There's not that much complexity here in terms of the paint, maybe in the shape, but when you look at this, and you look at the Venom statue from XM as well, and you just think about the size, it doesn't make sense. The Venom statue has all those tendrils at the back too that wrap around and whatever. He's massive. He's got his base that's elevating him up as well. It's like stone. There's like the angels or the cherubs on the base, for the church. Sorry,
hey, Real quick, what's good? Just some bum. Hey, I know Amazon was doing some thing where they were basically thanking all the people who work for Amazon, and they get like $5 or something. I don't know how true that is, but I know this won't help in that regard. But hey, man, appreciate you. I know delivering during this time of the year is very tough, so appreciate you, just a bum, for joining in and what you do out there, delivering them packages for the amazing people in America out there, man. But like, so Buck and Brenton, erase the price that you guys heard of today. If you had, if the owners was like, hey, what do you think we should price this at? With everything you see right here in this production piece, you go first, Britton. What would your price on this be?
You know, I was kind of expecting it to be in the 1,000 to 1,100 range. To be honest, because
God.
when I look at when I look at the other statues comparable to that, you know, with like Buck was saying, the new Venom, that thing is huge. Like, Venom's a big character. Their old Venom is big. And then I'm also thinking the version B of Superman with an extra character that has probably more detail in it, in that Parademon. And that's only like 1075.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're not lying. Yeah, yeah. The Parademon and the base are more detailed than Superman's face.
Yeah, and the way they did the heat vision through the chest of the
Yeah,
Parademon and all of that. And it's like, well, how can that be 1075? And then you jump to this, and it's
yeah.
closer to 1,500. Where's the value in that? What?
This has those switch outs too.
So, Buck, what would your price be?
Exactly what Brenton said. 1,000 to 100, 1,100, right? So like that's just what that's the expectation based on. I keep going back to the Venom because like that's just in terms of size. I don't know. It's just they're just so comparable that I expected it to be around the same price. At most, I would have said 1,200 max.
That was my price, 1,200. I thought it should have been $1,200. I already knew with that it was definitely gonna be more than 1,000. I just knew, but I was saying 1,200 plus shipping, so I'd say 1,450 total, not 1,450 already in or 1,400 already in. But I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, depending on who you get it from, if you have reward points, use them. If you have any sort of discount, use it. Um, and then whoever gives you the best shipping or the quickest shipping or whatever that may be, buy it from whoever you feel is best for your own personal self collection. If you're not a person who likes to wait, do that as well. So what's going on, Hugo? Appreciate you being here, man. Hugo says, yes, I am 3 statues away from a long hiatus. After that, I am sticking with the omnibus only. I understand that completely, man. Catch the replay, guys. Definitely, man. So Ninja Squirrel says Sideshow X-Men line is proof that you can get dope statues for a respectable price in 1/4 from 2020 to 2022 when cost almost 2 times increased. And more than some others have leaning issues, etc. Prime One Batman Hush price doesn't equal quality. Definitely understand that. And before we get to it, here we go. Crippler.
You're gonna be late, buddy.
My man's late. No, I was playing. It's all good. What's going on, Crippler?
Chilling. I was just got out of work to take a break. I seen your message. I was like, oh snap, what time? And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, man. We just having a quick 30 to 45 minute chat about our prices of high-end collectibles to, getting out. Are they getting out of hand? And it's really all started, if you remember, in the group as well as other Facebook groups and stuff, all over this Spider-Man. And I'm like, it's crazy. And I didn't even ask you guys this, and I'll start with Crippler on this. Nobody seemed to say nothing about Nova's price. It's just I think Nova is like to be honest, if that was Sideshow, that'd be a $700 statue. Like, I don't find that statue impressive.
That's
I don't
no
find
one likes
it.
the Nova, so you don't complain about the prices on the things you don't like.
I didn't even think about that. You're right.
Nobody's complaining about the price on Sinister either.
No, nobody.
Oh
you
man.
know what? I don't know if I didn't get Buck's opinion on any of the new XM pieces. I wonder what you think about them. I'm always interested in your thoughts.
Yeah, Buck, what's your opinion on Sinister?
So I kind of just don't care. Um, it's like I don't know. I stopped collecting X Men. It was something. It was a tough decision, and I just said like it's a rabbit hole I don't want to stay in more than 50. I don't know.
Shout
I
out
don't
Luke,
even know.
man.
I don't even know how much this is. How much was this? If I was to guess, I'd say it's below a grand. It's maybe like 920 or something.
I'm gonna see if I can find the price for this.
Yeah.
After the feedback, it's
Okay.
gonna be $700.
And Buck, you're saying if this is maybe under a grand, this looks more detailed and a lot more effort than like the Spider-Man.
I agree. It's just artistic,
Yeah.
taking
Composition.
the character.
Yeah, no price yet.
Or it's just Spider-Man, so let's like force people to pay more for that character.
That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
And it's not even just that it's just Spider-Man. Is that like there's nothing else in the market like it that is licensed,
Hmm.
and it beats the unlicensed competition, bloody. And so like that's why they can charge that. I think honestly, it's just a matter of them charging what they feel they can get away with.
Hmm.
And unfortunately, for everyone who wants the statue but feels it's priced too high, they're gonna get away with it. It's people are gonna buy it. And like if you don't believe that, then like just wait it out. And if they have a lot of stock later, you'll get it for on a sale.
Is it worth pre-ordering any of these or just waiting, right? Because I have yet to pre-order anything because anything I wanted is usually in stock or I get it aftermarket. So this is the first time that I'm like, okay, there might be some pieces I'm interested in it. Do I pre-order or just wait?
Look, I want the Sinister. I don't mind it personally.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I don't mind it. Is it the best statue that they've created of any X-Men? Of course not. But there's no rush for the Sinister. I'd say that Spider-Man, I don't think there's a rush because of the price, but I wouldn't wait too long if that makes sense. I mean, for me anyway. I could be completely wrong though. I could be
Hey,
completely
Cash,
wrong.
it's crazy because my friend who loves like Dawn of X and Powers of X, they have it's an acquired taste. People like it, people don't like it, but if you love it, he loves this piece. Everything about it, the base, he could tell you everything about the base that I couldn't tell you about. He could tell you about the moment, why he has that face on him and the cape, and he's like it's all accurate and he loves it. But like I don't have that connection to those books, but he does and he absolutely loves the piece. But a lot of people are just gonna be like, no, we should get a traditional Sinister first and then do something like this. But like, yeah, I don't know. I'm all that to say that I think if you probably into Dawn of X, you might feel a
Yeah.
little different about it.
You
So
know
you
what's
know,
crazy? Oh, sorry, real quick. You
so
know what's crazy? After seeing collectors like Cece, Barb,
Hmm.
and Jelena and Elba, I'm not, this is gonna sound sexist and I don't even mean it this way. I literally wish there was more like female collectors, or like I always figure like it's crazy, like the ones that I actually know are on a hand, bro. Like there's only four that I actually know. And I know there's some like dope like female collectors out there. And I just wanted to say that, man. Shout out to Jelena. Appreciate you coming through, man. But go ahead, Britton.
I was gonna say with the Spider-Man, so it's also one of those things where you have to have this balance where there's things that's wrong with it, with like the concept or the design,
Right.
and then charging a higher price. So I think I'd have a little more leeway if it was a lower price. I would kind of forgive some of the errors that bug me about this.
Hmm.
So, but I think if you're starting to crank the price up higher, it better be perfect to exactly what I want.
Yeah.
Did you guys know about this though? That it is made to order?
That's every XM statue,
That's
though.
every action statue. They're still available after after the fact once they start shipping, because I think retailers just like order extra stock too probably.
Hey, Shane says XM Sinister is made to order. It'll be the lowest ES and license statue history.
That is
Got that
one I
30
stay
ES,
right on.
baby. Got that 30 ES.
Even if it had 30, you still wait for like the sale because no, that's not gonna sell out.
Now, Buck, I guess because you know what's interesting too is you're a big Spider-Man fan.
Mm-hmm.
but you know, you aren't necessarily drawn to this.
No, like
Wow.
the major thing that doesn't work for me here is this, like I don't like his eyes, and that's a big deal for Spidey. It's a
Same
dude in
thing
a
Brittany
red
said.
suit, and the eyes need to work because that's like his that's the defining feature. And the most I've said it several times. The most important part of a statue is the portrait. And if the portrait isn't working, the whole thing can just go to shit. Like I don't care anymore.
You
Why
know
would his
what?
eyes be the same if he's doing this? If he's trying to get this symbiote off of him, why would his eyes be like, oh, I'm looking over New York City? Like it wouldn't be the same.
No, I'm not talking about. I mean, the shape isn't right. I don't like it. It might be like this in some like specific artist run or whatever. I haven't read that run. I don't like it. I don't like the way that artist draws Spider Man.
Get me that artist's number.
Yeah,
We,
and
I would so much more appreciate a nice Peter Parker sculpt. So if you're going with the transformation again, so say you're trying to follow up your Hulk transformation with a Spider-Man transformation now. You need the human with the costume because he doesn't wear the red and blue suit underneath the symbiote. That makes no sense. Now, if you had a nice Peter Parker sculpt with this background behind it, I think that would be a little more intriguing.
So you want a naked man about to be taken, is what I'm hearing.
about to be taken. You can
Oh.
add take.
With his Spidey boxes, like you could get in the game, that skin when you run around. Not that I play with that skin at all, but just hold up.
Gotcha.
Oh man.
But no, I mean, like Bruce Banner, like they nailed the Bruce Banner kind of helps make transformation.
Oh, okay, everybody. All right. Look, what the fuck?
We're doing it live. Fuck.
I just seen
What
you
the
in the
hell,
Lil
Luke?
Ross conversation, like,
Oh, come on, people. This is a serious topic here, man. It's a serious topic. Oh man. All right. I gotta wean us back in, guys.
Martha, why did you say that name?
Stop! Please, stop!
Why did you say that name?
yeah. See, I missed the cash clips.
Oh man, Zack Snyder, man. You hate to hear it, man, but that's for another video. You hate to hear it.
Hey, you gonna join the J&D boys when they bring out the Henry Cavill soups?
You know what's crazy? I actually am going to have a Stan Lee statue in the collection, and I feel it's only 1/10, but Stan Lee. I mean, that's a legend. I'd get a fucking Zack Snyder if they made it.
You know what they're gonna do?
Zack Snyder, half scale, silicone.
No, that's a terrible idea. Don't.
And not comb the hair every time,
Comb the
man.
grown man's hair.
But J&D, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna put him in the black suit still, because you know what we need is one more black suit Superman.
No, it's gonna be red and blue. We already seen some red in the teaser. So
That was just his eyes. That was his light up eyes.
Oh man, I think we're getting off topic. Don't my mood, Brenton.
That's Spider-Man though. It's one of those, like I was telling Brenton that like I'm in, but if I go to sleep and sleep on it and wake and critique it more, get a closer look, participate in the conversations a bit, and it's just so much to pick apart that you could just keep going and going and going and just pick it to the point where you're like, maybe this one's not the one for me, but we'll see.
Go ahead.
I just love the concept and the audacity of the piece, like a lot.
Right.
The silhouette of the piece, I love it a lot. Even the sculpture of Spidey himself, I like. But I do agree with the eyes. I do agree that the bell is already on the floor. I do agree that, like, why is it a Venom spider symbol on his chest? What up, Rashid? But yeah. So it's just the more you think about it, the more you be like, okay, maybe I'll hold off. But if I don't critique it like that and just want something bodacious like that to display, like, and don't think too much about it, I think is great. But then again, that's taking up a spot for your perfect Spidey. Then if you know it ain't your perfect Spidey, then that means you know you're gonna get rid of it eventually if you get it. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
So if we're talking about guessing prices, right? What's up, Darth Freshie? Appreciate you coming, man. What would you predict the price on something such as XM Samurai would be, or is it a different price because it's a different character? It's not actually. It's like an interpretation. It's not actually Batwoman herself. If that makes sense.
Yeah, this one. Like if I do get, I'm interested in getting a Red Hood. If I do get a Red Hood, it's gonna go in there. I'm gonna remove my Avengers, and then I'll get the Nightwing and this Batwoman right there, or Batgirl. But I don't think I'm gonna find the Batgirl at a reasonable price. So I will get this and put it. I have the Bat family there, and move the Fabot right here, and that'll just be like my Bat family wall. Even though they're samurai pieces, you can change them out to look traditional if you want. So you can change that up.
I think the Red Hood and the Scarecrow are the only ones that I feel, even though they are samurai, you could still work in any collection.
I agree with that.
That Scarecrow is like shit. You could be looking at them as a samurai because of the fear toxin. You don't. I mean, is your
Gotta use your imagination. Sometimes.
Gotta use the
this
imagination.
Is your
man.
version of these characters. What are you doing? You the artiste of your scene that you're creating. But
wow.
Yeah, I know a lot of people said the Bell and stuff is busy. Or I like the flow of the hair here.
What's your price on this? Because Montana's saying 1,000 and Jelena is saying 1,200.
I'm probably around there with Jelena, like anywhere between 11 and 1,300.
13.
Because they're samurai pieces, they always buff them up a little bit.
That's like their premium line. That's like their premium line.
Yeah, that's their like they always go all out with the paint with them and all of this stuff. Like, is it worth it? I don't know. I never bought a samurai piece, but I know every time I look at one, they wear way more than that in the aftermarket.
So Scarecrow is $1,269, and Red Hood is $1,250.
So around that price, yeah.
And Riddler is $1,040, and Penguin is $1,700. That's the last one I see. That's insane. Yeah, I just did not expect that for those prices.
Was Penguin 1,700 on release or is 1,700 now?
I think it was up there on release. I remember.
Well, I'm looking at Spec Fiction, so I'm not exactly sure if that's current price or whatever, but that's just what I'm going off of.
All right.
But I know Penguin's the one that's been out longer than the other ones. So I'm not exactly sure.
Keesis in the building.
But yeah, man. Again, we definitely weren't gonna have a long show. To go over the votes, one more time. We have 97% on YouTube saying yes, that high-end collectibles are becoming too pricey, while 3% is saying no. And if I head over to the Facebook group, let me check those again. Let's see here. Facebook, we have 92% saying yes, while 8% is saying no. Like the numbers are almost identical. It's crazy. A lot of people are basically saying like, yeah, prices are just they're just starting to go up too much for your liking.
3%
I wish
are rich.
I wish you could add like a caveat to those questions too, right? Like some extra qualifiers, like prices are too high, yes, but I'm still gonna keep buying. Right?
There you go.
Whoa.
That disappeared.
Yeah, you disappeared, man.
Oh. Hey, so like you asked the question asked them prices are getting too high,
right?
And like your answer is yes, but I'm still going to buy, or yes, and I'm not going to buy. No, but I'm not going to buy. No, I am going to buy. You get what I'm saying? Because like some people are like the prices aren't too high, and the obvious assumption is like they're still going to buy these, right? And then there's for the people that are saying, yeah, prices are too high. But I mean, ever since I came into the hobby, everyone's been saying prices have been too high. Ever since I started collecting, like a couple years ago. I think that was in 2017 or something when I started collecting like the bigger pieces, quarter scale and up. Everyone has been saying even then that the prices on stashes are too high, and there's a lot of those people that I saw saying that collecting today, and now I'm part of the people saying prices are too high. I don't think I'm gonna stop, you know. And
But
so
see,
who,
yeah,
who
you
the
real what
problem
you
is with
saw.
who? It's with us, right? Because we keep paying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what people do is they adjust to their own financial situation, right? Instead of buying 3 statues, they'd be like, damn, I really want this one. I'm just going to get this one where normally I'll probably buy 2 or 3. But since this one is so expensive and I really want it, I'm going to get it.
Hey,
You
so
know,
Britton has to head out. Britton, one last question for you as you go. If a new collector was to ask you what studio they should collect from solely based on price, what would you tell them?
Sideshow.
Okay. All right, man. Well,
that was
Brendan, I
easy.
appreciate you coming. I hope you have a good rest of your Sunday. The Eagles won, so I think he's happy, about to go eat some dinner.
He's going to
And
go
yeah,
celebrate the
man.
Cowboys.
Peace
Oh,
out.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Oh,
see ya.
Cowboys.
See you
Oh.
guys.
See you later, man.
Have a good night.
Later, man.
Good
All
night.
right, see ya.
Yo, Buck, I didn't even know you were going to be on the show. And then it seems like that Justice League just
Oh,
Zack Snyder just
Put that shit away.
Find him! Save Martha!
oh
Why,
man.
why are you acting like a girl at a wet t-shirt contest? It's like-
Zack.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you, man. Zack Snyder, man. Zack
Oh my
Snyder.
God.
Hey, it don't matter because the whole thing is getting, and I think it's for the best. Even though I love
Probably.
Henry Cavill,
Yeah, yeah.
they just need to it's too hard to be like, we're going to pick this and take that. But James Gunn is just like, nah, son, Wonder Woman, deuces. Henry Cavill.
No, on all
Deuces.
jokes aside, I think it is best that they do like redo everything,
Me too.
and just start from the front, man. Hashtag restore the Snyderverse, man. We'll
But you better believe that James Gunn's gonna keep his characters from Suicide
yeah,
reboot.
yeah.
No, he's not.
He's not.
So the thing is that the problem he's going to get into is sort of like, even Amanda Waller, like the thing is like the problem they have is like, what do we pick? And once we decide to keep one, it connects things. And I think the best thing for him to do is like, look how me and Cash really like the Snyderverse, and you was like iffy, might be like 1 or 2 things from all of them. By starting all over, it gives everyone a chance to find new common ground without all of the
Yeah.
baggage from the other stuff, and just be like, yo, just make good stuff now. And then you could bring everyone together if it's good, the majority of it's good, versus like, I'm never going to watch that because I don't like Henry Cavill or I don't like Snyder. And I'll just forget all of that. There's plenty of actors and actresses, even though I love a lot of the cast, like Henry Cavill. I love him as Superman. I love Ben Affleck as Batman, but I still think it's best for them to just sever the ties.
Hey, these are some 2 comments from Dwayne as well as Fat Psychic. So Dwayne says, to be honest, I believe it's insane to complain about the high prices of high-end products. Like, you don't have to do high-end if it's too expensive for you. And then Fat Psychic said, this is the highest level of collecting. If you can't afford to pay for it, then you should start collecting something else. It's like me complaining that Mercedes-Benz is too expensive. Now, I do agree, because I do feel like I simply said, like, you buy it or you don't. Like, and it's no different than if you like it. If you like it, you buy it. If you don't like it, then you don't buy it, in my opinion. Like, I would assume that everything that you've actually kept and you bought and haven't sold, it's because you really like that rendition of the character, and nothing about it says I'm moving on from it.
Yeah.
I do. I think a lot of stuff are too high. However, like when I versus like, where else am I going to get something comparable? It's like I have to go with this higher price because it's the best of the best.
Let me say this though to Fat Tie Kid and the person that commented beforehand. If you could afford a Mercedes Benz before, and now they're pricing you out with their new prices, It might
Oh,
annoy you a bit, right? Because before it was in your price range, right? Before you were a high end collector, it was something you could buy, but now it's getting the price is going up, right? So that's why people are upset. It's not just that they saw like a Rolex and they wanted it and they couldn't have it. It's more that they could own a Rolex before, but now the new Rolexes are too expensive for them to own. They've gone up in price. I think that's the problem for people.
This is Sparta!
Buck said, "You come to my company, you complain about my prices." Nah,
Just give him the
man.
look. Just give him the look.
Yeah,
It's like the approval look. This is no, but I agree. I think the problem is a lot of the materials and stuff. It used to be like, all right, even for the high end stuff, it was high end, but that high end seemed like okay, it matches the materials they're using and all of that stuff. It's just everything is going up, and then it's taking stuff that was attainable by a lot of people and putting it into that what used to be super crazy high end range, but it doesn't look like it's getting any better. Like I argue a lot of the pieces that came earlier, like if you look at some of the magnetos, the white suit magnetos and all of that stuff, are better for cheaper than the stuff that's coming out now. But people can
yeah,
argue that's inflation, that's this, that's the time we in. But we're not exactly getting a lot that's better than the stuff in the past. Some, yes, but a lot of it is sort of like, man, I want to go back and get this piece because this looks
So,
cheaper or whatever.
so to ask the final question of the show, we went over a tad bit, but just to ask the final question on the last leg, shipping.
Mm.
How do you guys feel about said company? And it could be any company you can think of. You can say it out loud if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. How do you guys feel about said company, said piece? Um, let's say the piece is $1,000. It weighs whatever, and you're like, huh? How come the shipping is $300? I kind of expected that to be 175 or 200, 220. How do you feel about shipping padding? How do you feel about padding the shipping? Because I'm under the impression it might be happening here and there from this place, this business, that business. I don't know. Like, there's no way of actually knowing, but based on the prices going down and down and down, it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like, well, why is this price? And I hate when you get the explanation from other collectors like, hey, you got that same piece, why do you think the shipping, oh, 2 boxes, or oh, this actually weighed 100 pounds, but then when you do the shipping yourself, it's a lot less, so it doesn't make
Mm-hmm.
sense.
Yeah. It's funny story because with me, we were talking. I think I was talking to Brenton and Casual. I think you was there, Cash, and was like, "How much you paid for? How much did it cost me for shipping on Batman, the Detective 1000?" I was like, "It was probably expensive." I was like, "It's probably like 150, 200. It was pretty expensive." And it was like, oh, that must have been before. I was like, I think, let me look it up. I looked it up. It was like 519. I'm like, how the fuck did I pay 519? Because I don't remember paying 519 for it. But I looked it up. It was 519, and I was like, dang, I couldn't rationalize that in my head after the fact. I must have been super hyped when I got it, and it was like, all right, I'm already in. Boom, boom, boom. But that's that's a big chunk of another statue, if not another statue. And the padding aspect of it is like it wasn't like that when I first was looking at it. When I first looked at it, you put it in your cart, and then you're like, probably a month before I was gonna buy it or whatever, and it was like 200 or something for shipping. And then when I actually went to buy it, it was 519. It could have been because it was closer to the holidays or whatever, but that pricing is never stable. I bought statues from a distributor, and it was a smaller It was a bigger statue first, and it was cheaper. It was probably like 70, $80. And then I got a smaller statue, same distributor, and it was only like a week later, and it cost almost double for no reason. Then
Wow.
that, and you can look at the weight and the dimensions was smaller. Everything about it was smaller.
Same courier.
Same courier, and it was actually it was cheaper the first time. it was cheaper with the cheaper. I went with the cheaper option on the second one, and it was still worse. So it was sort of like, oh man, the first time I was like, oh, this high end, the faster whatever ground is, like where they guarantee you like by this day, and I'm like, oh, let me do that one. And then the next time I went around and did it, I was like, I went to that one, I was like, oh no, let me go. And it was still when I went to the cheaper one for a smaller box, smaller dimensions, and that was like a week apart, and that was before the holidays, and I'm just sort of like, I don't know how that makes sense, but I'm new to this new statue game and working with distributors like that. So it's just, I guess it is what it is. But it sucks that there's no consistency there, and I don't know what
Yeah.
to do about it.
I think distributors. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, bud.
No, so I hear what Dwayne is saying. Like, yeah, again, it's like I'm trying to understand where people. I'm personally not mad at it. I saw it. I saw the price. Don't care. I'm not gonna buy it. You know, that's how I feel.
Whoa. So as a Spidey fan, you're not buying that?
Of course not. I don't like it.
Hey, Astro says about to get on a flight. Just drop in to say this thumbnail is fire. Shout out Astro, man.
What up, Astro?
Shout out Astro.
Yeah, man. I thought that'd be funny with the thumbnail, man. Appreciate you.
I think just to explain.
Hey, real quick, Astro, we gonna need you to come back with the show, man.
Yeah,
we gonna need you to come back with the show, Astro. Stop playing, man. I know you were busy, man. I know you Fortune 500, you Astro GQ now, but we need you to come back with the show, man. Come on, Astro.
I need to be consistent.
Astro can't be out here complaining about prices with us. He's with the big boys in the back.
Oh, that's
he's
right.
With,
I forgot. Astro's
with Jack Ma. He's with Elon. He's with Warren Buffett. You know, he's with the big boys.
You in the SpaceX program?
Oh man. No, but yeah, I get what you're saying, man. I just want like the Nightcrawler. I think Sideshow is charging $95 shipping for Nightcrawler.
That was like a $30 shipping back in the day, right?
Yeah.
For something that's
$95?
Yo,
come on, man.
You know the crazy thing is we can get shipping with Pirate Ship.
All good, man. Hope all is well, bro. Hope all is well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I just felt like Nightcrawler, $60 tops. Like $95 for that size box is. Like, what the hell?
They're probably charging a holiday surplus themselves, not even like on top of what the courier is charging.
Yeah.
They're also charging theirs as well. So I don't like it's I think it's absurd. One thing I do know for sure in terms of prices is that the price to get a container to the US from China has dropped drastically.
Yep.
It's back to where it was in the golden ages. Like, you know, like back when things were good before the, you know, the thing. And
the dark days.
Before the dark days. And so like now when you hear like if you're gonna do if anyone's ever gonna get like a piece that is coming from like it's not licensed for the US thing, if you can't guarantee like a specific shipping price, it's almost cheaper to do a slow shipping method straight from China than to do a ground shipping method from from a location in the US. Honestly. Because again, I'm gonna say it in July or June or May, sorry, I paid for Red Death to come from Prime One directly, and that cost me $117 for 2 boxes.
Wow.
That's dope, yeah.
Wow.
How much are the people in US paying for that? And they got theirs way later than me. So like it's not, I don't think it's, I mean, if you can do slow shipping from Asia, because it's, from what I've seen right now, the prices are better. They've been better for a while now.
Yeah, but
wow.
Just like Cash is gonna read that, I bet. But
no doubt.
No, I agree with that, dude. It's like, but the thing is, like, people who really want, like, if people are on the fence about something, I think that's the only way a price will stop them from getting it, or just if they don't have the funds to do it. But if they really want something, they're gonna find a way, and the companies have to weigh: is it better to serve that, like, just get what we can from this person that's gonna buy it, the small group of people, or a lot, depending on how many people do it, or is it better to make it cheaper so we could sell a lot more, and do we make more money that way? And that's always their freaking calculus.
Hey Sam,
do you like it enough?
Casuals, you aim for the whales. for the big boy.
Yeah. You
Wow.
aim for the whales.
Wow.
And the whales are the one being like, this game is dope, but you know what? If there is no little fish for those whales to gobble, if nobody is gawking at that whale's grail piece, it's just up to them. Let's look at this and be
But
like, what?
so okay,
Takes all of the energy from it.
appreciate you, Cormac. Sorry, Cormac. Look at the comment below. So Cormac says, if I wanted a piece bad enough, I'll find a way to buy it. I do kind of agree. Maybe I'll have to wait and find it at a later time in the aftermarket. But I do get you. I'll eventually get that piece. Appreciate you, man. Liking the background. Once I'm done with my Dark Knight metal line, I'm out. Wow. But check this one out. Jesse Hernandez says Sideshow Juggernaut shipping a couple years ago was less than $80. Sideshow Juggernaut. Wow.
I used to be like, yo, it's $50
comes in one box
to
though,
ship
right?
this statue? Oh, damn. I
One box,
forgot
yeah.
about-
I think one box. I think it was. I know
it's one
Ryan
box.
had it.
I think it's one box.
I think it was one of those like $50-$60 on I think it was the Breaker of Brimstone, if that. And I'm just like, oh, $50. Why $50?
Man.
Oh man, it's like $50 tax, and I'm already going on,
I
man.
know, right? I
Right.
wish it was $50 nowadays. I'd be like, yo.
Quality is
Oh,
outstanding
man.
compared to older pieces, and the statues have a lot more going on with the bases and poses. You know, you say that, but like, to what extent? Like, you know, like how far back are you going? Because we're not going that far back.
I'm not
Sam
talking
just
about that.
said Breaker of Brimstone. That is like within recent history, but it's still some years ago, and the pricing was good on shipping. SS
It was.
Juggernaut, like $80 to ship that for the SS Juggernaut. That's not that far back. That piece is astounding. No, that
Keep your friends close. Keep your enemies closer.
Why
He's
Brenton
got
is
the
back,
voice.
man.
He's
He's back. He's back.
Welcome
Back.
back, Brenton.
and he took
Brenton,
off the
I'm
hunting.
loving your background, Brenton. It's looking dope.
All
dude.
thanks to you, Sam.
Nah, it's
thanks,
just,
Steve.
I'm just saying in general what you got back there, like the Venom, the symbiote, like that triple is dope.
Now for that same price, you can combine them both and get this XM. I'm just saying, kill two birds with one stone, man. Kill two birds with one stone. We're over here complaining about prices, man. But no, man. Looks like we're about at that hour mark, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it. Is there any last words you guys would like to say in terms of shipping and or prices that you see? Do you see 2023 being any different, or is it no different than anything else? You know, now we have hybrid cars and cars with reverse mirrors and all heated seats that like our grandparents never experienced and stuff like that. So do you see, like, as stuff gets better, you know, prices have to go up?
No, I think with the shipping, the prices should go down.
Sir, I'm Mark Zuckerberg. You speak when I say go. Okay, go ahead, sir. No, I was playing. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, because I thought recent data that I've been seeing is that the cost of containers are back to where they were pre-COVID levels. So, you know, shipping should be going down, if anything. I mean, if companies continue to keep it high, then they're just pocketing that extra cash instead of trying to pass it on to the consumer a little bit.
Yeah, I would say this though: the container prices have gone down, but that's not the cost to ship something within, like, the contiguous U.S. Right? The couriers have raised their prices on ground shipping across the board. They do that every year, at the end of every year, so they'll increase their prices.
I think that just like anything else, the companies know that people will pay this amount of money for stuff, and regardless if those containers go down, we would want them. The only way they go down if it's like, yo, we really need to lower these down. But if people are buying and paying that, they really don't have no incentive to bring them back down. So I think that we're gonna see these prices for a bit, and then the only way that changes if people just be like, you know what, really slowing it down. And you notice that's happening for the most part. Like a lot of these statues on Sideshow, you can still get them that came out like a year ago, right? They're there, but I don't know if they're making so many of them. Like, I just don't know what it is. If they're making so much of it, or people not buying them, I don't know what that situation is. But I just know that they say like, yo, we could charge this amount, and people being like, oh, it's super high quality no matter what, and we raise it again, and like, oh, it's super high quality, so no matter what, and you raise it again, and people keep buying it.
Well,
Hey,
At sometimes you'd be like, I could get it, I can buy it, but should I? You know?
so
I
do
would
you
say
think
this.
this is a market test for XM? You know, they're throwing it out there. They'll be like, hey, you think people will pay $1,500 for a quarter scale of a smaller character?
Yeah.
real quick,
Yes.
32 so I paid $32.99 for shipping for the Batman the Dark Knight Returns from Iron Studios. The same statue you're saying you got, and you're saying 18 euros. So what's that to dollars? So basically about $20. Wow. So you paid $20 for that, basically. I paid 33 for it. That's crazy. But that's even crazier that shit, did you get it from Sideshow? Because how the fuck did you pay less than I paid?
No, it's shipping from France, not to France, from France.
Oh, okay. I'm like, hey man, what's going on, man?
So this person's already in the EU, right? So I wanted to talk about the argument that quality has gone up, so pricing should go up with that, or it makes sense, the pricing. I think we're getting diminishing returns. I think we've kind of peaked in terms of like quality. The only thing that they can improve on now is the concepts. Like the reason why they're charging us so much for the Spider-Man is the concept is it hasn't been done before by Alexa Studio. That's why they can get away with it. But when they brought out another Venom, they had no choice but to make it competitive. If you already have their previous Venom, there's already people that are satisfied with that. But you don't have a Spider-Man transformation statue. It's not there. It doesn't exist. So that's why they can charge you for like what they're charging you. So it's the concept that's like determining the price, not necessarily the quality. Because the quality we're seeing now from XM, it's been the same for like a couple of years now, in terms of what you get from them. I mean, they did like the Batman Shogun on horse, like how many years ago? That's a phenomenal piece.
Wasn't that the first one?
No, the first one was the Ninja. Was the actual Samurai, Batman Samurai? No, this is the Batman Samurai, not Ninja. The one where he's standing normally, the first one.
Yo, did they get that from the Batman Ninja movie? Is that what this is from?
No, I think that statue released before the movie.
Okay.
Not that movie's garbage. Don't watch that anymore.
I haven't watched it. I mean, it's just
do yourself a favor and don't. It'll make you.
I watched the trailer the other day and I'm just like, what the freak is this?
You'll watch that and be like, I don't even want Batman statues now.
Oh wow.
No, I feel like the Hulk transformation concept was better than this Spider-Man transformation. I mean, the subtleties they did to that Bruce Banner is a work of art compared to what they're doing now.
Yeah, I can agree with that. But it's just that there's no other Spider-Man transformation on the market, so they can charge whatever they want because you haven't seen it before. Versus if I see a Spider-Man statue that's just a generic Spider-Man statue I don't like, and I've been waiting for one, I'll pass and I'll wait for the next one out because there will be a next one, and it might be better, but there will be a next one. Yeah. Will there be another Spider-Man transformation? There hasn't been any other Hulk transformations. No one like tried to do the concept better than XM that's licensed. So
I don't think it doesn't work for Spider-Man though, like the whole transformation idea.
I mean, they call it transformation, but he's literally just Spider-Man ripping off the symbiote. Let's say that.
Yeah.
Right? But like, no one else is gonna do that. I don't think anyone else is gonna try it.
Out of us four, and out of everybody in the chat, who actually is going to pick up the symbiote transformation, whatever we're gonna call it, at some point, whether it's now, aftermarket, whatever? Who actually wants it in their collection? I'm asking the panel in the chat.
See, I feel like I'm undecided yet.
Are you undecided because you technically already have a symbiote, even though it's already on him, but it is a symbiote?
No, I mean, because I think it's different enough. Like, honestly, if it was just a black suit Spider-Man, I don't think there's been something that is better than this Sideshow one. I think
Right.
that's the best version of that. But with a transitioning one like they're doing, it's an interesting concept. It's very cool, but can I forgive some of the things that they're doing in that statue that bug me?
Real quick, I'm so sorry, Cormac. What video was that? This is crazy. I don't even remember of doing a video. Like I know I'm probably talking.
Cash. You're such an influencer.
The enabler.
Influencer, all of the
No,
buzzwords.
but I got this because it was 35. Wait, the discount was $238. So I got it, and I kept looking at it. I was talking to Nathan about it. Nathan loves the statue. It's one I had been looking at for so long, but I could never justify the price. But once it got on sale, I was just like, hey, 35% off. I could justify that. That's almost $240 off. So perfect, man. I'm glad you was able to pick it up. I can't wait to get mine.
So
Mine's on the
Cash,
payment plan.
what you just said right there, how does that not apply to this Transformation Spider-Man?
Break it down for me, Brenton. No, stop that, but break it down for me, Brenton.
No, because you really said the price of that Batman, you couldn't justify it. But when they lowered it on sale, then you're like, oh, I can do this.
What's up, Jaden?
Whoa. Look, man. I'm the host. I'll ask the questions, man. I ask all the questions.
The scenarios. He's setting.
Yeah.
Just saying.
No, because the original price was $680 plus tax plus shipping, and I was like, "There's no."
1.6.
Yeah, and now so with the shipping, it's already like $740. Then taxes is another. It's $800. I was like, I can't $800. I can't justify. Like I can't. So I get
to the club with the Spider-Man one. We can't justify that. It's
get
gonna
it.
be like $1,700 when it's shipped.
An hour and 6 minutes later, I understand. I understand. I've been proven wrong.
No, because I think maybe sometimes it's the rose-colored glasses. We
Looks
look
like
at
that
things.
uncle on the porch, just yeah.
Or Cash just didn't want it bad enough at the time, like you said.
Exactly.
Sometimes
maybe
you just need
Spider-Man
that
means
little
more to
push.
you than Batman.
Yeah. And
Damn, man, I
that's
gotta get
easily
that one.
understandable. Like I
Yup.
can totally understand that.
Oh no, that bad boy gonna go right there where Captain America is at. He gonna go right there where Captain
I
America.
thought that guy
is
was
at.
gone already.
I got it. Ships out tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Our UPS in this small town of Omaha is closed on Sundays, so it ships out tomorrow.
Closed on Sunday.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah, I think our UPS store's closed today too, so it's not.
Yeah. Dwayne says, haven't decided yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to pick it up. No Spidey statue is one of my rules, but I want to make an exception for this one. Worried about possible lean issues. I guess we could talk about that real quick. Do you guys think there's going to be lean issues with that statue?
I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Has
Nope,
XM
it's XM.
ever had a lean?
It's XM, baby.
No, I'm not sure. I think they
Archangel.
might have.
Archangel?
Archangel got some. Yes.
That new one?
Yes.
Really?
Really?
Because I haven't heard anything.
100%. It has leaning issues. It has wing issues.
You get that from multiple people? I've seen the wing.
Hey, the floor is all yours, Sam. The floor is yours. Tell us about this, man.
Hey, if the person didn't want to tell, like,
You don't have to name names or
everybody,
anything, yeah.
Check this out. I guarantee you 100% look into my eyes. I will never lie to the community. There's reports of leaning issues with Archangel XM. They're not fallible. Not saying it's a
Wow.
bad piece.
Well,
That
but
should be leaning like this.
how is it leaning if he's going straight though?
Yeah.
He's
going
straight
but
this way then.
he's on but he's on one foot. He's pegged in on one foot, right?
right.
Yep.
Isn't he?
Yeah,
So
he's
they're
on one
supposed-
foot.
So like you can lean definitely, especially I mean the same thing with it doesn't matter if you're up straight, right? Look at the Hush Batman. And also I would say like just because someone in the community comes out, because I'll put it like this. Every time one person posts a picture and makes a post about their statue leaning, everyone freaks out, and then they
And
just assume the
I'm not
entire
saying
line
it's
of
a
statues has the
widespread
problem.
issue. I said I'm interested in getting it when I got my cable. I was like, I'm interested in pairing it up with the X Force, and I got three different people with three different issues. Only one of them was leaning, and it was a true thing. And then I got verified by somebody else that just told me the other day that but they got one sent to them and it's fine now. This one, but three different people. Two was with wing issues. One was with a leaning issue, and then pretty much like 2 days ago, somebody told me they had a leaning issue, but XM took care of it.
No kidding.
Yep.
On this, Spidey, will they be leaning? You can never say. You
I
just
don't
gotta
know.
wait and see.
None of my other
Uh,
XM statues lean. All my
Yeah,
XM statues has been perfect.
X and White Magneto ain't got no lean, baby.
That fool be like this. What? Come at me. I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Are you worried about Red Death?
I am not. That thing
It's pretty
is so
solid, eh?
solid in there. And you know you had it too. Like, I don't see him going anywhere. Like, I don't worry about any of these. I don't worry about them until I have to worry about them. Like, until they give me a reason to worry about it, I see him creaking a little bit.
So with that Batman Who Laughs, though. So with
Oh
that
man,
Batman.
that one. Hey Buck, I don't even know if I told you this. I love the Red Death, but I only have room for so many 1/3s. And I know I want to get that Harley Who Laughs to pair with the Batman Who Laughs.
Oh, don't say
So-
this, man. Don't say this.
Red Death might be the first thing
Oh,
I
don't
actually
say
put on the
this,
market.
Look, you're sending Buck into the abyss every time you say it.
No.
Oh,
He's vanishing.
Especially not for Harley. Okay, so the Harley right now, she doesn't like. It's just a render. So when I see it painted, it'll probably look better.
Yeah.
I say that.
Come
Yeah,
on.
it is a render. We
Luke.
don't know how it's gonna look, but I know that I'm like, yo, if I am thinking, I love the hyena concept, and I don't know if you played the Injustice games when she had the hyenas, and of course
Yeah.
she's in the comics. But I'm like, oh man, just to have him with the robins and her with the hyenas all on chains, I think will look really good
Mhm.
together.
Slim
Fair
Boss,
enough,
what's up?
fair enough. What's up?
But yeah,
Heck yeah, man. Yeah, dude, that's crazy. So I guess what we learned here today is that prices definitely are, getting up there. Shipping doesn't seem to be going down too much, which it should be since the containers are going down. And then also, I guess it's based on the individual collector if you're going to justify it or not. Is what I personally learned. Do I want that piece? 110%. Like I generally do like that statue.
the Spider-Man.
Yeah, I like that statue 110%. Like I really do. It's just crazy that when we did take those pictures of the price, that's basically what kind of started the debate. And I like it though. I like it. It's something different that I've never seen, especially from a licensed company. Remember, I've only been collecting for 2 years, so a lot of stuff maybe came prior, but during the 2 years, I've never seen a pre-order coming out. Because, like, I know Crippler had mentioned it before. Now you're getting into that stage of collecting where, now I can pre-order stuff. Like that's a whole nother experience. Because now it's like I gotta fight the aftermarket with the pre-orders, and that's a whole nother stream in itself. But I will pick it up, but it's not going to be a day one, a week one. I'm going to sit back and wait, but I will be picking it up though at some point.
I think I'll treat it like the Carnage. Like I'm any day now. If they give me like, it sucks because I've seen it go on sale, so it's hard for me.
I can't
when
talk
see
about
something
deals.
go
I have
on
to step
sale,
away.
And then I wait for it, and then it's not. I'm like,
So much
Yeah,
truth
like-
in that
like-
statement.
Exactly.
oh
You're
my
already
goodness.
seen. You're just like, no, I can get it for lower. I'm gonna
I
wait.
seen it that low on Sideshow. Why they didn't put it even at that same price for Black
Black
Friday
Friday.
is beyond me.
So
'Cause
They wanted to
would've had,
punish
like,
you for not buying it.
Yeah,
That's why you're being punished.
Exactly. They training you. They like when we drop something, you just get it. Cause
Yeah.
we
whoa,
playing no
you
games
get
with
two of them. You don't get it.
two
You get
right
two
now.
of them.
Cause if you don't, I ain't gonna give you it again. I'm like, yes, you always go on sale. There's always gonna be a sale. They like, watch me, and I'm just sitting there, Black
Hey.
Friday. I'm like, why is I can't get you Carnage?
All jokes
Stubborn,
aside,
stubborn.
if anybody is watching this live or on the replay, leave a comment let me know just for kicks and giggles if you heard me mentioning Black Friday throughout the year on my channel, Collecting Weekly, Steve's channel, anywhere I was at. If you heard me mention Black Friday and I said wait till Black Friday, because based on the past 2 years, if you didn't buy something because of me, I sincerely do want to apologize. All jokes aside, because I waited myself.
I could give you a comment right now.
Go ahead. Brenton's like, you son of a bitch.
I got lots of comments there.
I said, hey guys, it was Halloween. I'm like, that's this Geralt of Rivia. I'm a huge fan of the game. 13%. It's on sale right now. Carnage is on sale right now. It's in my cart. I'm thinking of pulling the trigger. Wait for Black Friday. And I was like, okay. But it's not, y'all. It's my fault because I'm just like, hey.
It's because you listen to Cash. That's your fault. Next time you listen to Sideshow, and Sideshow say, hey, come here. I got a deal for you. You bite.
Sideshow.
You take the bait.
Hey, look at me. Look at me. I'm the captain now.
I'm your captain now. You going to listen to them or you going to listen to me?
Nah, man. But
now that it went that low, now I'm just like, I got
seriously, the next sale you see, I would grab it if you're able to. If you really still want it, I'd grab it the next sale, man. Mm-hmm. But I want to tell everybody, man, if you guys could do me a favor, remember to like, share, comment, subscribe. I would definitely appreciate it. Pull this up as well. This is the Facebook group, the Cashing Out Collecting Community. Go ahead and join the group if you like, man. Go ahead and post something on there. We do plenty of polls on there. I've recently been doing the 25 days of Christmas, trying to keep it interesting for the community. Hope you guys are liking that. I'm into horror stuff, so I always post some horror stuff. But share your collection, any topics you guys want. This Friday, we will be doing the collectible verses again with 2 random DC characters that's come from Sideshow, Tweeterhead, XM, whatever. We'll put that on there. We're almost at 900 subs as well. In this video description, how to enter that will be on, or you guys can just go to the YouTube page and watch the 900 subscriber video. Once we hit 900 subs, we'll be giving away the Incredible Hulk Volume 1 and Volume 2 by Stan Lee, Jack Kirby. It will be the Marvel Mighty Masterworks, as well as the 11x17 art print to match that as well. And I'm just trying to pull this up real quick here to show you guys, just in case anybody doesn't know. It's right here. 1 second. This video right here, the road to 900 subscribers, and that video right there, it will be linked here as well. Just watch it or look in the description. Like I said, all the rules or whatever will be there. You get up to 2 entries per person. We'll do spin the wheel, whatever. We'll ask a question. We'll figure out some way to actually with all the entries, and we'll be getting that out to you. But that's all I have for you guys. Sam, last words, my brother.
Oh, no, thank you for the invite. Good to be on the panel with Buck again. Always a pleasure to be on a panel with Brenton and Cash. So just chilling, man. Find your path, find your focus, and stick to it, because I'm hard. I can't do it. It's hard for me. I don't know how y'all doing this shit. I don't know how y'all been doing this.
We're not. We're all failing at it, man.
I was like, I know what I'm doing tomorrow.
I do.
The next day was like, no, I'm changing all of that.
I do daily therapy with Buck and Brenton. I'm in readmission right now.
Yo, I don't know how do it.
Oh, man.
And I thought I was gonna be stoic about it. I was like, nah, it's fine. I know what I want. It's easy. And then I'm like, it's the space. The space is the thing.
Yeah.
Like,
You gotta start building up. Start building up. You got a lot of vertical space you're not using, Sam.
Yeah, I know.
Don't say that vertical. It sounds like Aiden now.
I know,
Any last words, Buck?
JND is the best statue company in the business. You should buy all JND products. Their products are affordably priced. If you complain about it, you just a broke boy.
I thought he was trying to get a job at Sideshow, not J&D. Did they be lying to me, Buck?
Hey, Sideshow, I love Sideshow. Look at me. I'm a Sideshow boy. Sideshow there, Sideshow there, Sideshow here.
Love Sideshow so much he repainted their Black Canary.
Hey, that's my fault.
and modded his Captain America.
Hey. Guys, why are you messing up my job interview?
Tell us why you want to work at Sideshow, Buck. This is your interview.
Oh wow.
I'd like to work at Sideshow because most of the other companies aren't in America.
But that's nothing about our company. We want to know about our company. Never mind. This could turn into a whole show.
Yeah.
Brent, any last words for us, Brenton?
Get out of it.
You know what my advice is for 2023? Be
What's
patient. Up? Don't rush. And, you'll find stuff at the right price at the right time.
When it's meant to be, it'll be meant to be.
No doubt, man. No doubt.
Or just find really good friends.
Yeah, yes. Yeah. I would definitely say that. I don't know how I should take that. Oh, man. No, but seriously, all jokes aside, guys, thank you guys for coming. Appreciate you guys. Tomorrow, we'll be back with the Let's Talk About It. We'll talk about something random that's on my mind on Monday, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we'll continue the week, man. Thank you guys all for coming. Hit that like button. Hashtag something, man. On the road to 900. Later, guys. Cash out, baby. Oh, snaps. I messed up the outro.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Snyder.
Put some cash in your life. Put some
cash in your life. Put some cash in your life. If your cash ain't right,